Welcome to Amateur Redneck Workshop. I'm Harold and still alive and virus free. It's been a rough day. I went to the dentist and had 4 cavities filled. That's a full day for an old man, I can tell you that. Anyway, this is Geezer Gab number 2, which is Redneck Vlog, I guess. And what we're going to talk about here is there seems to be a new law up before Congress, or proposed law. It's not law yet, it's a proposal. And it may affect you guys with home shops. It may even affect guys that are running machine shops on account of it's got very vague language in it. In fact, I guess it's troublingly vague, but it's, let's see here, I got it written down here. The bill is H.R. 7468. Its purpose is to stop the homemade manufacture of ghost guns. And what they plan to do is to make possession of gun building machines illegal unless you have a federal firearms license or unless you're a licensed gun manufacturer. Now, what's a gun manufacturing machine? Well, they could easily be a lathe and a milling machine. In fact, it could be a CNC machine. I think we've seen one of our number machine, a AR-15, on his CNC machine, and he's a regular honest citizen running a machine shop to make a living. So you have to say that any CNC machine would be a gun making machine. And I have also seen other people build guns with a drill press and a file and a few other things like that. So you need maybe to start paying a little attention to this particular law, because it could make your hobby illegal. I don't know what they're going to do about all the lathes and milling machines and stuff that guys have got stashed in their garage, but I don't know. It's Jared over at Guns and Gadgets reported on this, and he said he didn't look for it to go anywhere, and I would hope that's true. It just shows you the lack of intelligence of the guy that proposed this particular thing in the first place. Gun building machines or gun making machines. This sounds like one of those guys that, you know, he lifts the hood on his car and he couldn't point out where the engine is located. You know, a guy that gets his signal light bulb changed at the shop, and you know, a guy that doesn't have any kind of a hands-on hobby to have ever made anything or used any kind of equipment. That's what it sounds to me like. The guy just some kind of an idiot, or maybe not an idiot, maybe just ill-informed. There you go. Anyway, I'm going to put a link down below to Guns and Gadgets where you can get the full lowdown on this proposed bill. Jared over there thinks that possibly what they mean are the little CNC machines that they're selling on eBay and Amazon and such, the little CNC routers and such. And you know, they could be used for that, I guess. We don't know. That's the problem. The language for the bill is sort of vague, you know, and I'm sure it's purposely vague either to include anything they think up later that they want to include, or maybe the guy just had no idea what he was talking about. All these are possibilities. And now, as far as for YouTube, I haven't been real eager the past couple of weeks to make a YouTube video, although I did make one, I guess, a week ago. But I've been remodeling the bathroom. The boss lady gave me the opportunity to do a little remodeling, and I finally got that officially wound up today. So now I've got time on my hands, but I'm also a little bit burned out on making videos. So, you know, there may not be a metal chip cutting video for some time. I did use my new lathe for an unconventional use. I needed one of these little wood strips that goes in between one type of floor surface and another that you put in the doorway, and it looks kind of like a T, you know, a little narrow piece down the bottom, and it's wide with a curved top. Well, once I got through putting the ceramic tile down, it left a smaller gap than had been there previously. So I used my milling machine to clean all the old, I was recycling this piece, clean all the old liquid nails off of it and narrow down that little piece down the center to where it would flop right down in a hole there. And it does a good job of that, just as if it were metal. You know, cut it a whole lot faster too. Uh, I sort of enjoyed that. I think I'll try to make other things, cut other things on the mill just for the heck of it. I've ordered me a nice face mill from Amazon, and hopefully it'll be arriving in 2 or 3 days. So I might actually get a piece of aluminum and just, you know, make a little trial video, stick it into one of those odds and ends things, you know. I have a big bird that has visited my place more than once, and I would say that he's a hawk. I used to think he was a big owl, but it's not. It's some kind of a hawk. Huge wingspan, yes, huge wingspan, and he seems to have come up with a girlfriend or a friend of some type here lately. And I want to show you a little piece of video there, them setting up on top of the chimney. That I thought that looked pretty cool, and you guys can tell me what kind of birds these are. They're magnificent birds, I can say that. My taste in videos I've watched is starting to drift away from the machine shop bunch to the legal types, such as Leto's Law. I've been watching him for quite a while. And then I came across another guy, Viva Frei, and I'll hopefully spell it out down below here. And he's a macho Canadian lawyer turned YouTube vlogger, and he's very interesting. I'd probably rate him as my most interesting lawyer type video subscription right now. Not that I subscribe to a whole lot of lawyer type you know, channels, but I really like his. I enjoy it a lot. The guy's smart and entertaining, and go over and take a look. You'll probably like him too, you know. This month it's back to the Steel Challenge. Last month there was 49 of us showed there, and I haven't heard a word about anybody getting the virus or anything from it. And they opened registration yesterday at 5 p.m. and today it's 30 minutes away from being 24 hours, and there's already 40 of us signed up. Last month I think they capped the online registration at 40, but there was still 49 people there, so it may be a software glitch or something, I don't know. But you're just about, what, today's Thursday, we got 3 more days and I'll be trying to improve my time. Although the rumor was last time that instead of 5 stages, we're going to 6. That'll add another 10, 12 seconds at least to my time. I'll just have to work that much harder to get back down to the same number. I've been watching Mr. Pete's vlogs, and he's decided not to move out of Illinois. And I know how he felt about the thing. When I retired, I thought, well, I'm going to move away from Houston and live up in East Texas somewhere, try to get me 30 or 40 acres and get away from everything. But I looked and looked, and I never did find the house I wanted or the land I wanted. And finally I just gave up on it, and here I am, still on the edge of Houston. Would like for most of Houston to go away and just leave me here by myself, but they're continuing to build new housing additions all around me at a steady pace. So I guess I'm just going to stay swallowed up by the suburbs. I don't know if you guys have heard it or not. I'm sure all the creators have become aware of it, but the good old boys at YouTube are now going to put a video right in the middle of your your video. The boys at Google are going to put an ad right in the middle of your video. If it's longer than 8 minutes, you got an ad right in the center of it. You can't decide to take it out or anything. Now, every creator's got a choice of how many ads he wants in his videos and where. And I always let them have all the ads they want before my video starts. That's my choice. And no ads in it, no ads after it, all of them right up front. And I'd like to be able to limit all the ads to 15 seconds, but there's no choice like that. But anyway, now if I make a reasonably longer video, there's going to be an ad right dead center of it, so it's not my doing. I didn't ask for it. Everybody's video is going to be like that. So, how all that stuff been done and talked about, I guess what we ought to do now is just go and hear from Bubba and call her today. Boudreaux's wife, Clotilde, was taking a bath there on a Friday evening, and she heard the knock on the door, so she jumps out of the tub, just stark naked there, and bounced down to the front door and says, "Who's there?" This voice on the other side says, "Blind man." She said, "What you say?" He said, "Blind man." So she thought about it a minute, and she thought, well, if he's blind, he can't see nothing no way, no need to go back and get me a bathrobe or nothing. So she pops up the door and says, "Well, what do you want?" He said, "Well," he said, "like I said, I'm the blind man." He said, "I'm here to install them blinds you bought at Home Depot."